Good morning, guys. Okay, so those of you that know me know I do a lot of trainings when I'm driving because it's optimizing my time pretty much, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about being in the hustle season and staying sane through it, and also making sure that you are getting the most out of it. So staying sane and staying efficient during the hustle season, because if you are not taking advantage of this busy season, you are doing yourself a disservice. And not even just now, not only are you blocking yourself from making money right now, but you're blocking yourself and your business from growing exponentially, because you have the opportunity to be getting your Sane products in strangers' hands. You have the opportunity to be having your customers purchase from you and gift those purchases to their family and friends that you have never met before. So what does that mean? That means that in turn, a month or 2 months or 3 months or however long from now, you could be having those people contact you for more products, parties, and joining. So if you are sitting down and not taking advantage of this busy season, and you are not turning it into your hustle season, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. And at the end of the day, we all are always busy. Everybody's busy, okay? But I would rather be busy and making money than busy and broke, because I've been busy and broke and it's way more miserable. And right now it's not even a matter of being miserable, I'm just tired. But that means that I'm putting in work. I know I'm tired because I'm putting in work, and that feels good. So this is going to be about staying sane and staying efficient during hustle season. What are some things that you can do to optimize your time, especially during this season? First thing, start waking up 30 minutes earlier, at least. Just set your alarm clock 30 minutes earlier than what you usually do. I promise you, it's not gonna kill you. Start doing that. Now, what do you do with that extra 30 minutes? Well, I'm sure you could find a lot of ways to fill that space up, but I definitely suggest you doing at least a 10-minute meditation. So you can get on YouTube, type in 10-minute meditation, and you will have a limitless amount of ones to choose from. And the reason why I say to do this is because meditating has shown such a significant impact on my life that I would be doing the world a disservice if I did not tell you guys how important it is for you to work that into your schedule somehow. So the best way that I found to do it, because when you're a mama, you can't really do it when your kids are around. So, let's be real. So waking up 30 minutes earlier than normal to, do 10 minutes of that, and then maybe some stretching, and then planning your day out. I like to kind of give this analogy. It's almost like when you are painting, and if you prime the wall first, then you get such a better paint job. And so it's like, if you meditate in the morning and you have that me time in the morning, you are priming your day for success. You are priming your day to be a great day. And you're priming yourself to be able to handle the things that the day is going to throw at you, rather than you waking up late or even on time and rushing. I don't know about you guys, but I hate rushing. It literally, I can't stand it. It just throws my whole vibe off. It throws me completely out of alignment. So it's just something about having that extra time in the morning and choosing to meditate, to clear your mind for a little bit and kind of just breathe, something that we do all the time, but we don't do it consciously unless we're like meditating or trying to calm ourselves down from, you know, anxiety attacks or whatever. So it's like, do these things first. Okay, so another thing is to schedule your days out. Like literally, if you don't have a planner, you need to get one. And I would suggest, and this is something that, I mean, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys, I need to get better about, but on Sundays, sitting down and planning out your week. So what are you doing this day, that day, that day? Where do you have empty slots? Even if it's 15 minutes here or 30 minutes there, that's time that you can be following up with customers or, you know, whatever, coming up with content for stuff to post or whatever. So, start being mindful and intentional with your scheduling. Know what your schedule looks like and take advantage of the little gaps that you do have in there. And schedule in time for you to work your business and schedule in time for you to wake up those 30 minutes early and meditate. Like put those things in your schedule so that you are more inclined to actually follow through and do those things. And also, as far as scheduling goes, one of like the best pieces of advice that I've ever received is to do the hardest thing first. So that's why when I wake up in the mornings, I work out because I don't want to work out. I don't want to. But I know that I need to. Like, if I want to be the person that I want to be, then I have to work out in the mornings. First thing. You know, and then that alone has its own benefits. So, and a lot of them. And then I feel better about myself all day long because I know not only did those endorphins get released, but I also know that I did the hardest thing first. And I feel like good about myself because of it. You know, I did the thing that I didn't want to do, but I knew it was important to do, and I feel better about it. So first you need to be scheduling. You need to have a schedule. You need to have a planner. And then on top of that, you need to be doing the hard things first, for sure. Whatever the hardest thing is first, make sure you are doing that. Just so it's out of the way. And then you can kind of smooth sail from there, you know? But you need to be intentional with your time, 1,000,000%. Okay, so another thing, and this is a huge thing, and I feel like this is something that I shouldn't have to put in a little training like this, but I'm going to because I think that so many people do it that you need this reminder. If it is not building relationships and not building knowledge, you need to stop scrolling. If you are scrolling mindlessly, you are wasting your time. So if you spend 30 minutes or more on social media a day just scrolling mindlessly, don't tell me you don't have time. Don't tell me you're too busy to do the things that you need to do, because it's a lie. And that's just the truth. And don't get it twisted. Like, I definitely catch myself scrolling, especially because for my full-time job, I do digital marketing. So, like, I have to be on social media all the time. Both of my jobs is, like, very social media based, you know? So it's very hard to not get wrapped up in it. They literally make these platforms so that we get addicted to them. Like, I'm not lying. Facebook hires people to tweak things best to make them addicting. So that's real life. Don't get sucked into it. And if you do, don't tell me you don't have time to do the things that you should be doing, because you'll most definitely have time. You just have to make time for it. And that means just getting off of freaking Facebook if you're not making money off of it in that time. Or if you're scrolling and you're commenting on people's stuff and you're building relationships or whatever, like in that sense, that's cool, you know? But you need to be intentional about doing that. That's the difference. If you catch yourself on there and you're like, oh wait, I didn't schedule this, I'm not being intentional, you know what I mean? Like, then get off. It's that simple. Just get off. So definitely stop doing that, and you will see an increase in your productivity and how much work you're able to actually get done. You would be very surprised. If you started paying attention to how much you aimlessly scroll on social media, you would be disappointed in yourself, I promise. Okay, so the last thing, and one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, guys, ask for help. Like, this is something that I personally struggle with, and I know that I have to get better about it. And the reason why I struggle with it is because I'm OCD about certain things. I want them done how I want them done. I'm weird. I'm like socially awkward, or like I get social anxiety. So it's like I like to be, when I'm in my zone, I like to be doing my stuff like by myself. I don't want to like spend time, you know, entertaining somebody. But what I need to tell myself is that if I get, you know, just like a helper, and I explain the things one time, I'm not gonna have to explain the things all the time. And ultimately, it's going to be worth it for me to invest that, you know, half hour or whatever of like, this is how I do this is how I do that, and boom, 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 you know, whatever. And if you're not as OCD as me, which most people are not, then you don't have to worry about any of that. And you getting a helper should just be like, not even a question, because you could pay them in Scentsy. You could literally pay them with a wax bar or two, or like $10 an hour, which you might be like, okay, well, I don't have $10 an hour to afford. And then it's like, okay, but then can you afford to lose your business growing? Like, can you afford to do that? Because weigh your options. So it's like $10 an hour is really not much if you're getting so much more work done and you're able to focus on the things that actually matter, like focusing on the follow-ups instead of focusing on the samples. Because the follow-ups are what's going to make you money. The samples are what helps, and what helps keep your business going. Both things need to be done, but the follow-up is the more important thing. You need to be following up with your customers if you want to get more orders from them, or book parties, or get them to join your team. That happens in the follow-up. So does it all start with a sample? Possibly, but ultimately the follow-up is what you need to be investing your time in, and that's something that other people can't do. But what other people can do is make samples. So ask for help. Literally ask for help. Even if that means having your husband or your boyfriend or your kids help you make samples. Whatever it is, like, or bag up orders or whatever. Like, if you have those extra people in your life, I don't. It's just me and my daughter, and she's only 3, so like she can't help that much, and she definitely will when she can. I'll definitely be training her as she grows, but so, you know, I do have to hire somebody, but it's going to be worth it for me to pay $20 on a Saturday to get all the samples that I need for the month done. Like, what? That it's just like, you know, because I catch myself right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, there's so many people that I need to follow up with, so many things that I need to send out, all the things, and I'm struggling because I don't have all the stuff already ready to go and to get sent out. So I'm not able to put all my focus on my follow-ups, which is where it should be. Following up and getting new customers is where my focus should be, and it's all over the place right now. So that's why I'm going to be getting help, like, ASAP. And that's why that's like the biggest thing that I want to tell you guys to do. And then ultimately, guys, just know, like, you are capable of hard things. Look at it like this. Every single hard thing that has come into your life, you have endured and you have gotten through it, right? Every single hard thing that you thought, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Like, I can't. I don't have the strength. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You're here today, right? You got through it. So you can get through this, and you just have to keep hustling. You cannot sit down. You can't. And I promise you that you're going to thank yourself for not sitting down. You're going to thank yourself for doing the things that you needed to do to make sure that your business runs the best that it possibly can, especially in this busy season. Take advantage of it. Okay, guys? Love you. Bye.